Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Judges chapters 13 through 15. And here we get introduced to a famous character, somebody we probably have heard of before, Samson. Chapter 13 is the birth of Samson. All right, so looking at 13. Once again, Israel does evil in the sight of God, and then God hands them over to the Philistines for 40 years. Now, you would think that by now they would understand that the more times they walk away from God, the more punishment and consequences there are, yet they don't learn, which is probably a reason why we can understand how we don't learn either. All right, so then we move on. A barren woman from the tribe of Dan is visited by the angel of the Lord, who tells her that she will give birth to a son, one who will begin delivering Israel. This angel tells her that she must avoid wine, unclean food, and cutting his hair. Her son will be a Nazirite from birth. This whole Nazirite vow is one of no cutting of hair and no alcohol. And so her husband, Manoah, asks the angel how to raise the boy, but the angel simply repeats the earlier instructions. When Manoah offers a meal, the angel instead directs them to offer a sacrifice. As the flame rises from the altar, the angel ascends in the fire, leaving them in awe. Later, the woman gives birth to Samson, and the Spirit of the Lord begins stirring within him. Chapter 14, we see Samson's marriage and some of his first exploits. Now, as a grown man, Samson falls for a Philistine woman in Timnah and demands that his parents arrange the marriage, despite their many objections. On his way to visit her, a young lion attacks him, but the Spirit of the Lord empowers him to tear the lion apart with his bare hands. Kind of crazy. Later, Samson sees bees and honey in the lion's carcass and eats some of that honey, unknowingly violating his Nazirite vow by touching a dead body. At his wedding feast, he poses a riddle to the Philistine guests. Out of the eater something to eat, out of the strong something sweet. When they can't solve it, they pressure his bride to get the answer, threatening to burn her family. She nags Samson until he finally tells her, and she passes the answer to the Philistines. They're furious about it. Furious about this, Samson kills 30 Philistines in Ashkelon to pay his debt, and then he storms off, leaving his bride, who is given to another man. Chapter 15, we find Samson's revenge. He returns to claim his wife, only to find she's been married to his best man. He torches 300 foxes and then releases them all throughout the town. It's just this massive episode of mayhem and destruction. Samson's story reminds us that God can work through imperfect people, but personal desires and lack of self-control often lead to unnecessary struggles. That's it for today. Be well, friends.